Whenever you need me, I'll be there. You seem tired. Would you like some tea? I'll brew you some. Do you take sugar? 1 cube or 2? Leave it all to me. Leave it to me. All of it. Whatever it is. What exactly is it? I didn't quite catch your request.
ลุย
You dare overstep your mortal authority?
เดี๋ยวจะได้ก็ได้
I always bounce back. Let the world collide. Teamwork is dreamwork. I must leave no stone unturned, as a dutiful maid would.
Bishop! There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain!
Shine down.
Today, you witness your reckoning!
Time to shine. Everybody stand back. Illusion shattered. Torn to oblivion.
Erased Earth will not absolve you!
Shine down. Steady as stone. Time to clean up.
You stand upon your tomb, though you know it not!
Strike a pose. Illusion shattered.
มีเลือด
Come, experience an eon of suffering!
Then I'm going in. I must leave no stone unturned. There is no escape. Now you shall perish.
มั่วแล้วมันเป็นอะไร
Yoo-hoo! Time to shine.
I will not be destroyed!
ข้าไม่มีทางตายอุ้ยของดีสวยไอ้เหี้ยวันละเฉยไอ้สัตว์มั่วเลย ไอเนเวอร์ฟีดฉันไม่เคยเย็นโอ้ได้2 อย่างเลยเหรอแล้วก็ได้อันนี้ด้วยดีจังเลยตึงตึงตึงตึงตึงหาของเราสักเถอะดีกว่าอุ๊ยโอ้โห
Transcend. I'll catch up.
บนท่าอะไรคะนี่มองไม่ทันเลย
Everybody stand back. As a dutiful maid would.
เฮ้ย
Let the world collide. Let's light
ไม่
it
ได้
up.
กินหรอก
Illusion shattered.
ฟันดิฟันวะ
Steady as stone. Ah.
ของดี
Huh?
ไม่รียังวะตอนนี้42 วิไม่ได้ตีหมอนี่ก่อนดีกว่า
Illusion shattered. Leave it all to me.
ทะลุมาโตไอ้น้องมาดิอ๋อ
Let's get this show on the road.
ทะลุมาโตชักดาบจ่อมา
Shower me with praise. Flags up and leap. Let my name echo in song. Going in. Your grand finale. Time to clean up. I'll catch up.
ตีเข้าว่าวตีเข้าว่าวไอ้น้องโลพี่มันหนานะ
Strike a pose. And leap. Let's light it up.
ตายแล้วเหรอมีพลังงานไม่ทันเนี่ย ชิดจะไปไงวะเนี่ย ดูดูดูเอ๊ะทำไมตรงนั้นมีเปิดได้เหรอเปิดไปแล้วนี่
Want a taste of my hammer?
Shower me with praise. Flag fly. Observe.
Should replace
Steady as stone. And step.
picked the wrong test subject.
Would you care to sit down and... If you ever...
โอ้ยใส่ไม่ได้แล้วอ่ะเต็มละทำ
Someone
ยังไง
needs
ให้ใส่ได้
assistance.
เยอะๆนะผ่าหัวเลยมาดิ
Let the world collide! Teamwork is dreamwork! Strike strike is one. I must leave no stone unturned, as a dutiful maid would. Flags up. And leap. Strike a pose. Leave it all to me. Time to shine. Everybody stand back. Your grand finale. Time to clean up. Yep.
เก่งครับ
Flags fly. And step. I must leave no stone unturned. And step. Let's light it up.
Cut down like this.
เอา
Want a taste of my hammer? Another test subject.
Flags up. And leap.
Should replace my hammer.
Let my name echo in song.
เฮ้ยเพิ่งไป
We
ไหน
go. I'm Going in! Break a leg! As a good knight should.
Ow.
Shower me with praise!
Oh.
Leave it all to me. Observe. Let the world collide. Everybody stand back for your grand finale and leap. As a dutiful maid would.
เราก็ไม่มีการันตีซะด้วยสิหรือว่าคนทำเควสลับด้วยตรงนี้มันจะมีเควสลับ
I'll catch up.
บ้านคุณลุงอยู่ไหนวะอยู่ตรงไหนเนาะตรงนั้นปะไม่เจ้าหลุม
Yoo-hoo! And leap. Steady as stone. And step.
The hunter becomes the hunted.
นี่บอกนี่ตีมั่วนี่หว่า
I'll catch up. Shower me with praise.
ตีนี่สวยอร่อย ตัวนี้มันสวยจังเลยอ่ะขออนุญาตถ่ายภาพประกันนะครับไว้ทำปกไม่ใช่สิจะวันในชีวิตจริงเลยเหรอขี้โม้ไปเปล่า
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
Mm, กลับไปบนเต็นท์ดีกว่า
The sun feels almost as hot as those studio lights I'm in front of all the time. Good thing there can only be one sun.
Cannot just rely on the ocean's self-cleaning ability.
Pum. โอ้กระตุกโอ้สเปคไม่ถึงเอาโน้สเปคไม่ถึงไอ้น้อง
Hey, isn't that Charlotte? We're always running into her. What's she doing this time? Oh, looks like street interviews. Paimon has a funny feeling that we might be in for an interesting time if we go check it out. Shall we?
Take a guess.
I see. So you believe that this warning letter was sent by the Phantom Weasel?
Absolutely. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Phantom Weasel never acts as you expect. He must have faked his own death 10 years ago using a body double. Now that he's back, I'm sure the guards who worked on his...
Couldn't agree more. Thank you, sir, for your time. Now, whom should I interview next? Huh? Hey! What a coincidence! Fancy meeting you here. Perfect timing. So, yeah. Huh? Well, not to worry. You're in good hands. 10 or so years ago, a phantom thief became active in the court of Fontaine. Known only as the Weasel. Nobody knew his true identity. Wow, cool! He sounds like one of those mysterious... Precisely. He would just as soon steal a necklace from a rich merchant's safe as he would a toy doll given to a commoner child for their birthday. I know. The phantom thieves you read about in novels rob the rich to pay the poor. But this guy did not discriminate. Unsurprising. Yeesh.
ขโมยตุ๊กตาเด็กใจร้ายเกินไปเปล่า
Not exactly. There's a good chance that the weasel would still be at large to this day if it hadn't been for an accident 10 years ago. A magician named Caesar fell to his death in a botched high-altitude escape performance. When the police went through his personal effects, they found a horde of stolen loot and gadgets used for criminal activities. Sure enough, thefts in Fontaine went down after Caesar's death. But today, 10 years on, the notorious thief has once again issued one of his warning letters. I had to squeeze through the crowd this morning to get a photo as soon as I heard. Here.
So, this is the warning letter, huh? But 3 days from now, when evening falls...
This is, without a doubt, what once seemed like an open and...
Uh-oh. If this thief will steal anything that other people value, does that mean he... Aww.
Okay, the people have spoken. It's clear that the... Let's see, I've got a photo of the letter, my interview notes. Yep, that should be enough to form the skeleton of my article. It does feel like something is missing, though. Something exclusive. Who should I interview next? I need someone with a more concrete connection to the weasel. Is that who I think it is?
Lenny!
Magic, magician, Caesar, the Phantom Weasel! That's it! Let's go interview Lenny! You see, the original Phantom Thief Caesar...
Are you serious?
Oh, relax! My journalistic instinct tells me that an exclusive news story is better.
หัวขโมยที่ถูกลืมไปแล้วคุยอะไรกันอะ
Wow, Mr. Magician! How did you know which card I picked?
Oh, it's simple. Come closer and I'll let you in on my secret. Magicians have a special skill called telepathy.
Really? Then, what am I thinking now?
Well, first you need to relax, because I can see that you're clenching your...
Aww.
And now you're getting a little flustered. You're trying to find a way to empty your mind, to think of nothing at all. You snuck out from home today, didn't you? You told your family a little lie so you could...
You can tell? Oh boy. You really can read my mind.
Of course. Oh, and that's the end of my performance. You should really be heading home.
All right. Got it. Bye, Mr. Magician.
Hey, Lenny?
Why, hello.
Well, why don't you guess, Mr.
Oh, please. You didn't believe that spiel, did you? The power of telepathy is quite beyond me.
I'm sure that child would beg to differ. Seemed like you were right on the money.
That was nothing more than a little trickery. I made an educated guess based on his micro-expressions. That, plus the fact that he was the only kid here without his parents. You guys, on the other hand... Let me guess.
Wow. Got it in one.
Wait, really? No trickery this time. It was pure luck. His warning letter's been the talk of the town, so I figured that maybe you were asking around about that.
Bingo! I plan on writing a column. So, Lenny, what are your thoughts on this infamous thief's reappearance?
To be honest, it makes me angry.
Angry? What?
You read his letter, right? The Phantom Weasel claims he's planning something in 3 nights' time at the Opera House. That's the night I'll be performing
วันนั้น
there.
พอดีนะสิ
Huh. What are the chances? Wait a a minute, you don't think he's after you, do you?
Well, if he is, then his warning is clearly a direct challenge to me personally. And if he's not, then it's still going to be a huge headache for me. The mere mention of the weasel's name is enough to scare people off. So once the contents of that letter get out, barely... But I've been preparing for this for a long time. I'm not about to let him ruin my big day.
Really? So what you're saying is, we might get to see a live duel between a famous magician and an infamous thief?
To be honest, I'm not sure if I'll emerge the victor. The Phantom Weasel is an...
You're being far too modest, Linny. I think your magic tricks are even...
Thanks for the compliment, though I have to say, I don't care much for the comparison. A lot of people liken magicians to thieves because we both have the ability to make things disappear without the person noticing. Allow me to demonstrate with a quick magic trick. Here, I have a flower, just an ordinary flower that was picked not long ago. Watch it carefully now. 3, 2, 1.
It's gone!
That's the question. Therein lies the difference between us. Thieves make precious things disappear, but only magicians make them reappear. If I could now invite you all to check your clothes, there might be a surprise in there somewhere.
A surprise? Let me see!
เฮ้ย
It's right there! But how? You haven't moved this whole time!
What an outstanding trick! Sorry, Linny, it seems that my previous praise was woefully...
Don't worry, I didn't take offense. I just wanted to take the opportunity to perhaps change some of the preconceived notions you might have about magicians. Since Caesar's death, a lot of people associate magicians with criminality. It can be quite frustrating.
I can imagine. Coming back to your trick just now, for example, magicians often use rainbow roses in their flower-related performances to represent passion, but you used a Looney-Doo spell, which, if I'm not mistaken, allude to separations. I'm curious to know if there was any deeper meaning behind this choice?
Impressive knowledge. It's no wonder you're such a successful journalist. But I'm afraid I don't know the first thing about floral symbolism. I'm just in the habit of using Looney-Doo spells in my magic.
เอ๊ะสื่อถึงความจากลาเลยอาจไพมอนอาจจะเสียในทางไปก็ได้นะ
It sounds like something I should look into, though. I'll buy myself a copy of...
Well noted. In that case, this brings us... Please feel free to get in touch to update me on any further developments. If there's nothing else, I'll be off. You've given me lots to work with here, and I've got...
ไพมอนในทางอาจจะไปนะ
So, Linny? Well, magicians are... You feel it too, right? So itchy!
Not so itchy, then. Well, since...
Magician's assistants? Oh, that sounds fun! Assistants are technically magicians, too! Also, it'll bring us one step closer to figuring out how that darn trick is done! Shall we go for it?
Excellent. Thank you for... The first thing we need to look into is who... But if he... And if we're investigating, we should make a move.
skip
It's pouring out here. Oh, wait, the water levels aren't rising, are they?
Sorry, I bumped into the Traveler and Charlotte en route, and we ended up chatting for a while.
It's been a while, Annette. We're working as Linny's temporary assistants.
Thank you. It's good.
So, what's the situation? Have you...
Nope. I've been here a while, and she still hasn't shown up.
How bizarre. Well, we won't get anywhere by standing around waiting. Excuse me, good...
Gemma? You mean Caesar's fiance?
I'm just trying...
Yeah, she does. Poor thing. It's no secret. Ever since Caesar passed away, she's been coming here once every week to clean his grave. Often, she just sits there. I asked her what she was... She knows he's gone and can't hear her from the grave, but... She just let...
She's been doing this ever since Caesar passed away?
I'll bet. Caesar's reputation fell apart after his identity was revealed. I don't know if the mind lives on, if I'm honest. I think this is all so unfair to poor Gemma. Her fiancé. Anyway, all of that said, she's... Well, that's everything I know, I'm afraid.
All right, well, thanks for sharing all of this with us.
You're welcome.
Did you hear the news? They're saying the Phantom
You're kidding. Wait, is it?
I don't know anymore. All sorts of news flying around nowadays. But what if? Just hypothetically, I mean.
Called it.
Oh, please.
Wait, did I say that? I don't seem to recall.
Hello there. Sorry for disturbing you, but we're actually quite interested in this topic as well. But we're struggling to get to the bottom of it.
You've come to the right people. Yep, I was there. Back when Caesar used to... He was a great magician. The best trick I ever saw him do was pop a transparent balloon. I was right up close and didn't blink or look...
I saw him perform too. He always used to... Sometimes.
Huh. He doesn't...
But after he died, there were also rumors that he used the wish list to... As I'm sure you know, the Phantom...
Whatever the case, now that the weasel is back, I bet Gemma must be... Oh, speak of the devil. That's her over there. If you've got any more questions about Caesar, she's definitely the one to ask.
So that's Gemma. Is it just Paimon, or does it look like something's wrong? Wait, it looks like she's injured.
บาดเจ็บทำร้ายตัวเองใจเย็นดี
Who's asking?
Don't be afraid. We mean no harm. It looks like you're injured.
Thanks for your concern. But you didn't answer my question. Who are...
My name is Linny.
My name's Paimon, and this here's...
The Weasel posted a warning letter this morning. If he still lives, that you knew Caesar better than anyone else. So, I promise you can trust us. We won't hurt you. In fact, we'll do all we can to keep you safe.
I never believed that he was the Weasel.
Huh. I suspected as much. Okay, so going back 10 years.
No.
Got it.
If you don't have any more questions, please leave. I want to...
Judging by the look on her face, there's definitely...
She's lying. She definitely knows something.
That's fair. We're just a bunch of strangers. In any case, I doubt we'll get it.
Eh, ทำไมร่างนี้ผมยาว
Strike a pose! Ah. Oh, brilliant!
ร่างเทพน้ำหรือเปล่าเนี่ยอันนี้มันร่างเทพน้ำเลย ใช่
Benny's adventure team, accept!
assemble อะไร assemble
Over here.
Lynette's not joining us?
I've had her follow Gemma and still, I don't think that Gemma's likely to open up to us. Today we'll be looking into a guy named Lorenzo, Caesar's former pupil and assistant. When Caesar passed away, all the stolen goods discovered in his home were confiscated and returned to their rightful owners. Before long, I had to pull a lot of...
Cannot just rely on the ocean's self-cleaning ability.
You neglected to mention.
My apologies. These two are my assistants. When they heard that I was meeting with the former magic maestro himself, they begged and pleaded with me to bring them along.
Oh, forget the pleasantries. Just sit.
Get a load of this guy. Forget the pleasantries, he says, but...
I only agreed to meet since we're both magicians. Do me a favor and cut to the chase. I have more important things to...
Much obliged, sir. As it happens, the matter I want to address yesterday morning, a warning letter from the Phantom Weasel appeared on the entrance to the Opera House. I have to get to the bottom of this to ensure that my show can go ahead as planned.
What is there to investigate? Caesar was the weasel and he's been dead for 10 years. So what if some sick creep thought it'd be funny to write a warning letter? It changes nothing.
Please, sir, no need to get so worked up. I do
Possibility, it's a fact, Linny. Look, my patience is limited, so listen carefully while I'm still willing to put up with you. The weasel is dead. Period. Everyone knows that, so do yourself a favor and quit this investigation. It'll lead you...
Oh, sir, I'm honored, really. My pride...
Your pride? Don't mince words with me, boy. Just tell me what exactly are...
I want to find out the Phantom Weasel's true identity. I have to know...
What would that accomplish? And what do the events of 10 years ago have to do with you, anyway? Look, you of all people should know...
Uh-oh. This is getting up.
Lorenzo? Is that? Oh, it is you! I know that big...
Another day, I'm busy.
Oh, come on! You can't be all business all the time. You know what they say?
If I wanted your life advice, I'd ask for it. Now get...
Sorry, my good sir. I don't believe I've had the...
Oh, hey! Edmondo. He and I are business pals. We worked together a bunch of times.
Edmondo แล้วกัน Edmondo นะเคยทำธุรกิจกับผมนี่
This is your first time, and he wonders why he can't get a girlfriend, despite being, what, pushing 40.
Shut up and get out of my face. Another word out of you and you can forget about doing business.
Sorry.
I think it's high time I made a move as well. If you really want to investigate this, Linny, be my guest.
หมอนี่แหละ
But if nothing good comes of it, don't say I didn't warn you.
มันจะทรงละไอ้หมอนี่แหละจอมเจ้า
Well, that fell to pieces in a rather spectacular fashion. Any thoughts?
Totally. And what was all that about? He's gotta be hiding something. And not like Gemma.
I think so too. We need to... That guy Edmondo seems to know a thing or two about him. He only...
แหมไอ้หมอนี่แหละจอมโจรเขาคือจอมโจรมันคือจอมโจร จนมั่ว
You okay there?
Oh, you guys. I say wait.
So he was serious about threatening to cut you off?
Hey. Don't go prying into Lorenzo's personal affairs.
What kind of...
Don't even ask. I'm sorry. And take it from me, trouble with Lorenzo is one thing you don't need in your life. That's not a good sign.
And there he goes.
Shh. Don't say anything and don't look back. Any altercation in the city will attract the guards. We better take the...
มีคนตามมาดิคนละตามแล้วโอ้กระตุกสเปคไม่ถึง
You followed us a long way. Why don't you come out and introduce yourselves?
So you're Linny. And where's your sister? Hey, save us the trouble and go fetch her for us. Let's not drag...
Paimon doesn't like the tone of your voice, mister. Who sent you, huh?
Save your questions, missy. You ain't gonna need answers where you're going.
Looks like we can't avoid... Now, I'm not the strongest fighter, so I hope you're ready to back me up.
Don't worry, we got...
อยากลองเหมือนกันว่าสกิล E ทำไมได้
Now just to... Let's light it up! Yoo-hoo!
เอ้าจบแล้ว
Curses. They're tougher than we thought.
Vision wielders are always trouble. Intimidation ain't gonna work.
Come on, let's scram!
Hey, wise guys! We ain't through with you yet! Oh, they got away! Did you catch what they... Sounds like they just wanted to rough us up as a scare tactic. And they've already done it! You're right! Maybe she was too scared to...
Let's head back to the cafe.
Gemma?
You again.
We just ran into the men who've been threatened, so you...
What? Why?
Sounds like they're no strangers to...
That's putting it mildly. It's been 10 long years. And still every time I try to look into Caesar's... How do I know I can trust you?
I'm afraid I can't reveal all the details just yet because you see, this is a...
Okay.
I've heard that Caesar used to have a magic workshop where he kept a lot of his personal effect. Do you know where it is?
The Fleuve Sonde. But the place was sealed up by the police after his death, and no one's been there since. I also know that the...
Understood. Lynette?
Got it. But if I'm staying here, I'm...
I mean, bon appetit. But stay sharp, too.
Okay. All right. Power saving mode off.
Looks like no more free cards.
If Gemma gave us the right location, then the workshop should be right nearby. Huh. Looks like these boxes are... There we go. It should be...
นี่คืออะไรวะใต้ดินเหรออ๋อมอง
Caesar's workshop. Nothing suspicious here, just normal magic props. Let's head in further. What was that? Oh, is this one of Caesar's gadgets? Guess we must have triggered some sort of device.
อ๋อจะตี3 ครั้งมันจะเป็นอันนี้อ๋อรู้อะไรอ่ะ
And voila!
Unleash!
Whoa. Look. The doll in the box is glowing. There's something written on the card on this doll. Let's take a closer look.
เฮ้ยใช้ไพ่ฮิโซกะเหมือนไปได้ไหม
Looks like we've reached the end of this route. Shall we try a different one?
ต้องเป็นพัซเซิลอะไรแน่ๆเลยวะ
These magic boxes are moving. What do we do?
One of them looks different from the rest. Let's investigate.
ตรงนั้นปะเฮ้ย
Got it. We're supposed to find the box that lit up at the start, right? There should be another wish list inside.
เดี๋ยวนะ
Let's keep trying.
อ๋อมันอยู่ข้างล่างดูไม่ทันเล็งรอเลยมาดิเอ้าหายไม่ใช่โอ้ยโอ้ตรงนี้ไม่ได้ทำอะไรแล้ว
That's weird. Have we reached the end already? There's nothing here. Maybe this was a wasted trip.
This place seems a little too... We've triggered quite a few devices on the way here. If so, then there must be more to this place than meets the eye. Maybe, Ha!
A secret...
I'm a magician too, and it looks pretty big inside.
Let's light it up! Shower me with praise!
Now disappear! Let's get this show on the road!
Time to clean up. Leave it all to me. I'll catch up.
Why have you stopped, Lenny?
Huh. It just looks familiar somehow. Let me check this out for a second while you guys... If anyone makes a major...
All right.
Easy. นะ
We
ไม่
can't
ใช่ไม่
step
ใช่
on
ไม่
the
ใช่
same tile twice. Guess we've got to finish it in one run, huh?
เฮ้ยคือทางนี่แหละโอ้เห็นหมดแล้วตรงนี้ปุ๊บปริศนา
At one of my shows a few days as a joke, I told the kid that the so I told that I wound up.
skip
Two children came to talk to me after today's show. I don't know why they were out on. Anyway, I told them that. Seems like surely I have a good. They have also. They wanted to call with time. Gemma think. It's nearly time for me. I once over. It's only that they're very. They hide. That's the thing. I can send after thinking. P.S. P.P.S. Oh, see.
Two magic geniuses with a father and a mission, huh? Sounds a lot like he was writing about Linny and Lynette, don't you think? So did they meet Caesar when they were kids?
Someone needs assistance. I'll catch up.
Linny?
Shh, hold that thought.
Fishy?
All in good time. Before we go over our new leads, first, the magician slots them at this point. Meanwhile, oh no!
Very vivid.
The audience is gay. Of course, that's just how I think the process should work. The inventor of this, he fell right to and no one else.
So Caesar's fate was about. Wait a second.
Glad you asked. This box right here is the one that sees once the magician's inside, and the box is lifted up into the from where there's at this point. He then escapes through this trap door onto the opera house roof, waits for the.
That's way simpler than Paimon imagined.
Well, there's a little more to it. There's the falling dummy, the many days. Caesar was I can make a. I looked into the case files.
Okay.
But here's the strange thing. Most of the devices in this workshop have the mechanism on the left-hand side, including this box right here. Which, because a magician can't afford to have their most, the essence of, and so, but in his most stress, exactly. I think that's likely what happened. Caesar would, but I'm sure. So he, much like when you instinctive, with the stakes being as high as they were.
In reality, but.
It would have to have, isn't that right?
You just couldn't let sleeping dogs alone. There's not a lot of people who'd go to all this trouble for some, but I gave you your chance.
You mean Gemma?
Yes, although, which is why you can't leave this.
กูว่าแล้วเดี๋ยวมันนี่มันแปลกๆมาดิให้ลุมเลย
Flag slide. Observe.
finale.
ชิซุกะ
Had enough yet, Loren? I think it's high time.
If I had a mora for every time you said that man's... He was just an amateur who did cheap tricks for gullible children. I was the one who made
So it was...
Jealousy. He poured everything into his... But the people loved him, didn't they? Oh, how they looked up to him. Amazing. Yeah, so amazing that he was completely broke. Every other apprentice was living it up at their master's expense, but no, not me. I put in all the work, mastered all the skills, and he forbade me from using magic to trick people out of their more. And with his reputation in Fontaine, it was too risky for me to go it alone. As long as he was alive, I had to kill him. There was no other...
And this was your...
It was reason enough.
Well, I was under the impression that there might have been other factors at play.
In love with Gemma, don't be ridiculous.
Guess I was wrong about that then.
I am. Caesar was so strict. I never bought into any of that.
Oh, yeah! Charlotte told...
That's just how it looked from the outside. What would any thief want? I stole cheap things as a way of...
So, that's...
What choice do... So be it.
Very well. Traveler, Paimon, keep an eye on Lorenzo for...
At least I can...
ออกเลยไม่อยู่ด้วย
Lily has told me the whole Lorenzo, do you confess to the murder of Caesar?
Look, what kind of disciple murders their own master? I hope it was worth it.
Looks like it's all over. What should we do next, Lenny? Should we...
Let's rendezvous with Lynette and Gemma first. With...
Good point! Wait...
Ah, you're back. You were so quick. I've only just...
Your third...
It's fine. I'll shift to exercise mode and jog off.
That's besides the point.
Did everything go okay?
Of course!
Gosh, I had my suspicions about Lorenzo, but
It's okay. We understand, but you don't need to...
I always wanted... I was so... Thank you all.
ไม่เอา
Thank you all for clearing Caesar's name. I never would have guessed. At least his soul can...
Don't blame... Yeah. Cheer up, Gemma. My brothers do this show will...
In Caesar's honor.
Great. We'll see you tomorrow evening.
Don't worry, we'll be there. No way are we gonna... Wait. Paimon feels like we're forgetting something. Oh yeah, Caesar's diary! We never found out if the two kids Caesar taught magic to were Linny and Lynette or not. Linny changed the trust...
ข้ามเลยไม่เอาเดี๋ยว 18แล้ว
Someone needs assistance. I'll catch up. Someone needs assistance. I'll catch up.
Everyone's excited to see another of Linny's magic show.
Not this time, so I'll be watching with you.
Good evening, ladies. The great magician Linny has prepared a...
Thank you all.
Exciting stuff.
Yes, it's just...
No wonder. So, how did...
Well, children love and somehow
Aw, that sounds...
it was...
Oh, that...
Is that right? After all, you never...
That's right.
Right. Yes, you can breathe easy now.
See? Even when that says the Phantom Weasel, Lorenzo escaped, where is he?
As Linny once said, a performer's job is to commit fully to their role. But once the bag of tricks is empty, it's been 10 years, Gemma.
What are you talking? Traveler Paimon doesn't like where this is going.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will now be a brief intermission. The final performance will take place outside of the Opera House.
The Phantom Weasel never did like public places. Don't worry, this place will be quiet soon. And leap!
Dear me, this is awkward, isn't it? And unfortunately, I'm all out of gadgets, so I'm afraid this is a big mistake for a magician to...
Linny? Lynette accused Gemma of being the real Phantom Weasel a moment ago.
All in good time. Magicians are good at guessing what people are thinking.
Really? Well then,
Let's go back to the very beginning. A decade ago, when the But as her infamy grew, so did the readiness of the police, and her opportunities to act became ever fewer. Every day, of course, she could not simply take this lying down. After weighing her options, she set her sights on a renowned magician, Caesar. After all...
So, being the master deceiver she was, the Weasel easily earned Caesar's trust. Now all that remained, but as she was considering how to make her move, she noticed Caesar's aggrieved pupil. At her encouragement, Lorenzo tampered with Caesar's magic box, causing him to fall to his death. Afterwards, Lorenzo seized his master's property, and the Weasel set about tarnishing Caesar's reputation. Two co-conspirators committed the perfect crime.
I've got to hand it to you. You're both exceptional storytellers, but I just have one question. You seem to think that I am the villain in this tale.
Don't worry, Lorenzo said nothing at all. But I never believed that he was the Weasel, and in fact, my investigation only made me more certain of that. He would...
How disappointing. So you'd sooner trust Lorenzo than me? Even without a shred of evidence?
A magician is an expert at playing the audience to get the result they want. With a little help from Lorenzo, you put on a very convincing performance. Caesar was maligned and hated by all for 10 years, but you? Everyone sympathized with you. Who would suspect for 1 second that the lovely young lady always seen weeping in front of Caesar's grave was actually the mastermind behind his demise?
Wait, so you mean the whole intimidation thing? But why would Lorenzo agree to that? And why didn't he sell her out even at the end instead of admitting to being the weasel himself?
Yes, why indeed? Maybe Gemma herself could enlighten us on that question.
Well, Linny, if you're so confident in your version of events, having killed Caesar with his own hands, Lorenzo was plagued by overwhelming guilt. Revealing the Phantom Weasel's true identity would serve no purpose. But if the weasel remained free...
An excellent answer.
Is that right? Well,
as a matter of fact, there's one thing I'd really like. Why would the real weasel have targeted things that only have value to other people? Could you shed any light on that?
Of course. If I had to guess, I would say that the real weasel must have had a terrible childhood. Left to fend for herself after her parents died young. Betrayed, scorned, beaten. She'd scrounge waste paper from This was her only source of once again. This was a fate too cruel for anyone to bear. Her pain became a breeding ground for dark thoughts. Thoughts which fester. I detest the happiness of others, in all its forms alike. I will rob them of everything they hold to be good and true.
That's some...
Now it all does this story satisfy?
Yes, it is quite to my tastes. Thank you for helping.
Huh. That's right. What drove? Because without that, none of this would have ever come to...
She didn't write the letter.
After 10 long years, I'd hoped that the Phantom Weasel would be consigned to the history books by now, Linny. Or should I call you the Phantom Copycat now? You were the one who posted that letter outside the Opera House. But why?
Very sharp, Phantom Weasel. Still as shrewd. Well, no need for me to be coy about it. Our goal was to clear Caesar's name. The most straightforward way to change the public's impression of Caesar was to force the Weasel to show themselves.
That's it?
Of course we did. We made it quite clear in the letter, I believe.
10 years ago? You mean Caesar's death? Wait. Oh, I get it. You were those two obnoxious kids. It's been so long, and you're all grown up now. I didn't recognize you. He taught you magic back then, didn't he? For what, 10 days?
We remember all our debts. However, 10 years ago, Caesar's reputation, but we did not forget.
And? What exactly did you take from me? I'm still standing.
Free? Caesar once told me that even though the world is filled with lies, I think that applies to you too. True. Life took many things from you, and those wounds never healed. When they ached...
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that for the last 10 years, you've been living a rather uneventful life. Perhaps that's because you found something other than a... Back to Lorenzo for a second. He knew who you were and the things you'd done, and despite that, you're more than just accomplices in murder. You're the only real friends each other has. So I think you know, deep down, that he is the only truth you have in your life. But that truth is gone now, and I guarantee...
Congratulations on your freedom, Gemma.
Your freedom will cost you dearly. From now on, you'll be all alone in a world full of lies and falsehoods.
Gather round, one and all. The time has now come for the amazing Linny to perform. I'm sure you're all wondering what he has planned for the grand finale. Well,
a high-altitude escape?
I'm sure you all remember the magician Caesar. This was the very trick that we have now learned that Caesar was wrongly accused, and that the real weasel
Guess that's my cue to leave. Traveler, Paimon,
มันต้องมี CG
I hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
ยังไม่เจอ CG เลยอะ
There may be a lot of people
ขอดู
watching
CG หน่อย
tonight.
Lenny, wait. You two hid a lot from Caesar. He went to his grave without ever knowing your secrets. You don't have to tell lies to end up isolated and alone.
You're wrong. I'm nothing like you.
So,
Like Lenny said, when you're ready,
what about Gemma?
she'll figure out what's best for her soon enough. Oh, and if you'd like to see Lenny after the show, you...
All right. Well...
โอเคที่เดิมเฮ้ยมันต้องมี CG นี่ไม่คุยครับไปดู CG ดีกว่าโอ้แหลกๆโอ้ยสเปคไม่ถึงมาแล้ว CG
Magic should be mysterious,
Oh,
surprising, and defy logic. Magic is hard work. Every single movement has to be practiced thousands of times.
It's alright. We're used to that.
น้องน่ารักจัง
We're sorry. You've taught us so much, but we can't tell you the whole truth.
It's okay. Do you still remember what I told you?
Wait.
This world is full of lies and falsehoods.
อ้าวพูดผิด
I only hope that one day you can find your own truth.
What about you? Have you found your truth?
Magic is my truth. I want to perform a magic trick so great that people will always think of me when they talk about it. For a magician, what greater honor could there be?
Look!
Behold! Lenny is sealed inside the box. Will he manage to escape? 10 years ago, Caesar attempted this very trick, and it was at this precise moment that...
ตกนี่ไง
Watch out!
มันคือการพลิกเกม
Mysterious. Surprising. And logic defying. Isn't that right? This honor belongs to you, Caesar. I'm just sorry it's a little late.
จบแล้วเหรอ
Did you see that? One minute he was falling, and the next, he turned into flowers.
How could he
How mysterious. I didn't blink once.
What a heart-stopping magic show! This Caesar's name has finally been cleared, and...
Looks like everyone really loved Lenny's grand finale. Paimon doesn't see Lenny anywhere. Oh, Lynette said he'd be waiting for us at the usual hunt. Oh, you mean the... Yeah, that's... Alright, let's go look...
เพื่อนมีดอกไม้เต็มด้วยยังไม่อิมแพกนะยังสู้ของปุจงไม่ได้นะ CG ยังไม่สนุก
Someone needs to... catch up.
Lenny, are you alright? Paimon was...
Magic? I was honestly... Sometimes, did he regret taking Gemma?
You know?
After I joined the House of the Hearth. I told you about my past before, but I quickly realized that I needed to learn. We were gifted enough.
So that's why...
Yes. In all, we only... For instance, but in truth, what amazed me was trust is a beauty.
Lenny...
Still worried about the way... But don't worry, I'm used to it now. From the mansions of the elite to the house after Caesar went that night, to keep secrets, you only realize how much someone really meant to you when you lose them completely. That's why I was so...
Yeah, we've had the delicious food. You know, Traveler, doesn't that kind of make you...
Exactly. It's the same... Life has taken... That's why the darkness... Alright.
It was amazing!
Whoa, that's a bit of a tall order, I'm afraid. The show's just finished, so my sleeves are decidedly card-free right now.
Aw, come
Oh, alright then. Watch closely. I have a flower in my hand.
You liar! There's nothing in your hand!
Huh? My goodness, you're right. But I could have sworn I brought one here with me.
3?
Now, have another look around.
Really? Let's see. Wow, there it is! Oh, this is a different flower from the one, but more importantly,
Well, if you want to learn magic, you'll have to... Since you asked so...
Is that it?
Look at the time. We shouldn't linger here too long. Thanks again for coming to see my... I look forward to...
Shall we head back down too? Oh, Paimon can't wait to read the Steambird tomorrow. Let's head to the Steambird...
โอ้ยังไม่จบเลยเหรอทำไมเควสนี่นานจัง
I'm very sorry.
Oh, please, Lenny. I'll only take a...
Huh? What's happening here?
I spent all night writing my piece about the Phantom Weasel, but just as dawn broke...
That was quick.
Too late, bro.
Maybe watching my high-altitude escape trick
Skip.
Okay.
ไม่อ่าน
Oh, quick-fire question. Where did you...
Oh, we went to this actually. Glad you mentioned...
What?
I don't know, I just...
What?
Forgive my persistence, but apparently... Alright, I guess I'll leave...
อ๋อคิดถึงแพท 1.1 เลยมีปุ่มสคริป
Lynette? Oh, really?
Phew. Please, take good care of that rain. I'd be really upset.
เดี๋ยวใช้เท่าไหร่วะตัวนี้มี23โอ้ยเยอะอยู่นี่ว่านี่มี12โอ้ยอันนี้มีโอ้โหได้อยู่โอเค
murderer was, then why would it be him?
เควสมันต้องมีเควสที่ยังไม่ทำแหละสักเควสนึง
Another test subject. Try.
And step.
Picked the wrong test.
Let's light it up. Steady as stone.
ไปหาตีอะไรเล่นดีวะ
Leave it all to me, as a good knight should. Strike a pose!
วะลืมรายงานหมดแล้วนี่ว่าปิดไลฟ์แล้วจ้าเจอกันใหม่วันหน้า